a question that I frequently get is, how has this impacted real estate in the area? If you look, I don't know whether it's because of this plume or just because of the Shoshone development isn't quite as prosperous as it might have been. It can be difficult to sell homes in this area. A lot of the homes I found had sat in the market for quite a while. I'm not a realtor, that's just what I see. And it can be a little bit more challenging to sell homes because of this. A lot of people want to come to northern Michigan to get away from kind of all the craziness downstate, and they don't necessarily want to come up into a groundwater contamination area, even though there is relatively little risk.
I know that there was a point there that, and it actually still is affects very much, but not only did the 2008, for building, when the economy really hit 2008, where nobody was building new homes and nobody was doing any new remodeling, people were saving their money differently. Real estate in Mansalona took a downfall. 2008. You could buy a home and that needed a lot of work for under $15,000. And it still affects it today. It is still affected today, excuse me. I have a friend that lives west of town and is actually building a house in Keewatin. That their house, it's a second home that he's building in Keewatin, but his real estate was affected by the plume. And the reason why that is because he had an audit done for a bank loan, and they said, this is where you're at, this is what your value is because of this, this, and this, and the guy put in there because of the plume, and he's like, well, wait a minute, I live way west of this, I'm not affected at all, but he still has a Mansalona address, so there is an effect there. I know, there's no question. His home in a different town is gonna get $50,000 to $75,000 more. Not that the plume is the entire fault, but that does have an effect on it for sure, on real estate.
A lot of times the issues that I run into with this is there can be some misinformation, or some people can't find information about it. And I'm trying to get a lot of realtors on board that are selling properties in this area about informing potential buyers up front. Some of them are really good about giving them our department's contact information, or giving them fact sheets, or directing them to information. Others, not so much. I have a guy that purchased a house that has been positive, and it was never disclosed to him.